have been pumping the last 24 hours. It's still just beginning. Every day that there's more demand, every day we get closer to another halving, and every day there's getting less and less Bitcoin on the open market. It's amazing what's happened here. And again, these aren't people just doing this for a joke. There's still a lot of education. We're still not seeing the mass markets come into this. But I think we just need to take time. Good morning, guys. It's Tim from FNGO, the channel that brings you everything from the world of crypto, sports, and news and lifestyle. And guys, I've been saying it for a while. And guess what? We had a nice little pump yesterday, actually, and into today across the entire crypto market. We have been pumping. Bitcoin sitting around $65,900. So I think we went up a little bit higher yesterday, around 66,500. We've dropped down about $1,000, but we are up 6% on the last 24 hours. We are seeing that across the board. Ethereum up above 3,000. We've had coins like Solana pumping a massive 13% in the last 24 hours. We've also had other big protocols like NEA. NEA's up 16%. As we can see here, guys, last 7 days, green, which is what we like to see. Green across the board. Great to see. Obviously, we had the CPI news that came in yesterday, the fake CPI news that basically came out and said that things were better than they actually were. However, we are seeing a nice pump and I am all for it, guys. Who knows where we're going to be by Friday? We could be up by 70, even 73, 74 by the end of the week. So, and when we look at the sports market, we dive into the sports market and see where we're at. Normally we're about 2.8. So sports market is up at 2.9 billion. Chili's 24 hours, 8.3%. Flow, 6.3%. So they're kind of still in a bit of a downtrend over the last 7 days when most of the other projects are still up. You've still got Pixar Eternity doing bits. Sweat Economy is going a little bit sideways. And then the rest kind of fan tokens. Step at a little bit of a pump, 11.3% up on the day, and Block Asset as well, which, as I said, I'm a big fan of this project. I think this is going to do big things. Look, sports market is up $164 million trading volume. If we do go back to the Bitcoin price just for one moment, one thing that I just want to mention, and you need to take this into consideration, Coinbase, yeah? Coinbase is one of the biggest exchanges in the world and probably the easiest exchange for normal retail investors to be buying crypto. And their reserves are dwindling. Like they are dropping. So one of the biggest exchanges, of course, Binance is the biggest exchange, but one of the easiest exchanges for people to be able to, retail investors to be able to buy, the Bitcoin is dropping. So at some point, Coinbase is going to turn around and Coinbase is going to say, nah, we're not selling anymore. We need to hold on to our reserves, or we're just going to be selling to specific people or above a minimum amount. What do you think that is going to do to the price of Bitcoin? There is a serious issue in supply, and it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Every day we get closer to another halving. Okay, it's 4 years away, but there's even more demand. Every day that there's more demand, every day we get closer to another halving, and every day there's getting less and less Bitcoin on the open market. It is going to become such a scarce product. So the price is only going to go up, and you only have to look at some organizations that are jumping into this space. For example, we've seen here that the Wisconsin Investment Board, a state pension. Now, do you know what this means? A state pension is one of the safest financial investment kind of like organizations. Like they are a pension. They do not do risky products. They bought $100 million worth of BlackRock spot ETF, and they disclosed that. It's crazy. So more and more institutions are coming into this space. And we then just need to look at the likes of Deutsche Bank, which for sure hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, joined Singapore's asset tokenized project. So the bank joined Singapore's tokenized asset project soon after reiterating skepticism against transparency of the world's largest stablecoin, Tether. So the bank is joining the Singapore asset tokenization project because they see the future. They don't necessarily think that Tether is the transparency that they say they are, but ultimately this is a huge noise. So Deutsche Bank has joined the Monetary Authority of Singapore's project, which focuses on tokenization assets in the wholesale funding market and decentralized financial applications. They're looking into crypto. They're looking into tokenization. They're looking into DeFi. One of the biggest, strongest, stable could be a tentative word, banks is looking into this space, and it's only continuing. We also see that El Salvador, they're now looking at new alternative ways to mine Bitcoin. We know that mining Bitcoin causes a lot of energy. We also know that now with the halving, it's more expensive. You're getting less rewards for mining Bitcoin. So that's getting smaller and smaller. And El Salvador using a unique way where they're using volcano geothermal energy, which they've been doing since 2001. And they've made $29 million doing this. Obviously, El Salvador has a total of 5,753 Bitcoin worth 354 million. You may remember that El Salvador basically created Bitcoin as legal tender. And then when the drop happened, there was like ridicule for it and all of this type of stuff. However, we seem to kind of have forgotten all of that ridicule. And now people are saying that this is a great thing, which it is. And then they dollar cost average. They dollar cost average into their Bitcoin. They bought one Bitcoin every single day. And the president who was up for election again, he won with widespread support. It's amazing what's happened here. And again, these aren't people just doing this for a joke. The United Securities Regulation has turned crypto regulations into a political football, and it's open on its hostility isn't helping President Joe Biden, says Represent. So look, even around the elections in America, like obviously we saw Trump come out saying that he is pro-crypto and he's working on a new bill and all of this. Guys, it's just coming. It's already here. Buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin. Not financial advice. And then Tether expands into the UAE. So RAK so RAK is an area in the Middle East. Or an area in the United Arab Emirates. And Tether has mentioned signed an MOU with RAK Digital Assets Oasis. The two organizations will introduce Bitcoin and stablecoin technology into Ras Al Khaimah. RAKDAO is promoting Web3 innovation and driving economic growth in the Emirati. So look, this is super good. I mean, even though the adoption in the Middle East is getting huge, even though adoption around the world is getting huge, there's still a lot of education. We're still not seeing the mass markets come into this, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So then also we know that in the world of sports, we've got the Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight coming. But you know what? For so long, these fights just haven't been happening. And now Saudi Arabia came in, they put their foot in it, and they've been making these fights happen. There's been a lot of criticism about it. Saudi Arabia, sports washing, low atmosphere, all of this type of stuff. But it's still just beginning. I cannot tell you what's happening here in the Middle East. You need to come and experience it, and you need to be here to really understand what is happening. It is truly amazing. I mean, look, money is a huge thing now over in Saudi Arabia to be able to pay these boxers actually what they want. We also know it's a better timing for the likes of people in the West. Saudi's like 2-3 hours different. So it's much better than when it's in Vegas and you have to stay up till 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. It doesn't work. But then there are people saying like there's a soulless atmosphere, but I think we still need to give it time. Like Dubai's changed. Like from what it was 50 years ago to what it is now, it is a completely different city. Saudi Arabia is changing. Like the Middle East is changing, and their cultures and their values and the safety, it is phenomenal. Like you need to not sleep on this region. Like it is going to be it already is a powerhouse. It's difficult to explain when you live here, like what is going on. And look, sports in Saudi Arabia, it's one of the reasons we're launching Fango in the market. So yeah, here, boxing in Saudi Arabia is starkly different to the fights of Las Vegas, and it lacks the lure of London Stadium showdowns. But I think we just need to take time, like, it's going to come. It's going to come, like that atmosphere, all of this. And yeah, it is. It's expensive for people to fly to the Middle East, but it's expensive for people to fly to Vegas. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you could like the video, if you could subscribe to the video, it would massively help me out. I really appreciate it, and have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.